Okay, welcome back to our series 2 of lower back releases. So we're going to come into down frog, so take your knees as wide as you possibly can, and in steps the feet on the floor, forearms down. We're keep our back as flat as we can, and simply press our butt back over our heels, walking our elbows back at the same time. So you get to a point where you actually can't press that butt back any further. I simply want to hold it. I'm still going to feel it right up close in here, so the groin and the psoas muscle, a little bit outside the butt, so gluteus maximus. We're slowly really trying to work through our hips. So you want to spend more than 20 minutes a day seated, cycling, seated in the chair, seated in the car. You need to stretch your hips every second day. Every day would be ideal. Not everyone can commit to that. Otherwise, over time, your hips going to get very, very tight, and your range of motion or your range of movement will be compromised, which will lead to injury. And you'll go back a touch further if you can. Really feel that tightening. Tummy is quite strong. Just make sure you're nice and strong to the core, looking after your back. You'll come out of that. To a seated twist. So two options here. You can have one leg in front and one leg across, or you can make it a little harder and bring it in close to here. Sole the foot on the floor. Take the same leg that's bent over, same arm back behind you. You're going to wrap your knee, lift out of your waistline, and then look over this rear shoulder. Because this one here is lifted, this thick bone is lifted, driving it down, you're going to get a greater stretch into that lumbar spine as well as your gluteus maximus. Now we're quite twisted up here, so we want to make sure we lift out of our waistline, and the breath is small, short, shallow breaths. Now if you want to go one step further with this, we'll take our elbow down our thigh and increase the twist. See if you take the foot a little further. You might get a couple of clicks if you're lucky, and then take your eye gaze over that rear shoulder. And we'll change sides. So other leg under here, or it can be long and twisted across here, whatever you can manage. If you find you're rounded over, you're in this position and you're rounding yourself over, you better lengthen this leg long to have yourself to be nice and tall on those seat bones. For me, I'm going to bring myself there, take the same arm back behind you, going to wrap my knee out of my waistline, and then look over that rear shoulder whilst I'm driving down this seat bone to increase that stretch. So seated twist, really good for lumbar spine, gluteus maximus. There's also there's a way of actually working through your digestive system too. So in a seated twist, it's really important that we don't have a big meal an hour before yoga, or even when you want to have it 2 hours before yoga if you have a meal, or save your meal and do it afterwards. Again, if we want to take that one step further, take this elbow over the knee, use it like a lever to get a bit more of a twist, and looking over that elbow, that shoulder at the back. Gently back towards me. Alright, going to come to clock face. This is quite a difficult one to demonstrate, so hopefully you'll see it from around here. So laying yourselves down, arms at the side. Just pick up I take my right foot to my left hand, where you're facing your left foot to your right hand, but you're going to bring this leg across as close as your hands you can. I'm going to roll onto the side of my body, fingertips on the floor in front here. So again, sort of quite through the hip flexor and your hip itself. Thigh, stretch through the thigh. So if you come onto your fingertips, it's going to take all that weight off your chest. What I call this clock face. So yeah, the legs, the limbs are like the hands of the clock. other side. So reach the other hand out, roll on over, just lift the other limb up, and bring it across that hand. And I'm going to roll onto the side of my body and come onto my fingertips. Let my head come down. Really feel that stretch right from your last rectus abdominis as well as your oblique down your thigh towards your knee. So hip flexors get nice lengthening for this movement of pose. And rolling back onto your tummies. Okay, going to come into a modified up dog, so come down to your forearms and then just layer your back down. Let your feet go, looking forward. We'll roll our shoulders back and we're lifting our chest. We're also going to squeeze our butt cheeks together to look after our back. So thinking of length from your hip flexor right up your nipple, right to your collarbones. So modified up dog, rolling our shoulders back behind us, that lovely long spine. And by squeezing your butt, you're going to look after your back muscles, your back itself. In time, you may want to go to a full up dog, which is their hands by here, and we're going to press in your hands and lift right up. In this position, we're hyperextending the spine. So from the side, you can see I get myself right down to here and roll my shoulders back, but it can be very, very tough on yourselves. So it's good to start here, get yourselves used to it, and progressively work through full up dog. Okay. Okay, last couple. It's probably easier for me to demonstrate this way so you can really see what I'm doing. So soles feet on the floor. I'm going to take up, this is my left side, could be your right side, left foot on my right thigh, my other hand presses my thigh away. Now I bring my toes down towards my shin. This turns the muscles of the thigh on, or the quad on, looking after my knee. So I'm going to press that foot away for now. I'm going to progressively make this harder. Then eventually, make it a little harder, you're going to peel off the floor, so just the shoulder blades on the floor, take your other hand under your hamstring, lift this knee up, and then press this foot away. That make sense? From the side, might be easy to show you. Now you understand the movement. So, on the back, foot, press the knee away, under here, and then curl up. So there's a bit of pressure here. You're trying to bring this thigh in whilst you're pressing the other knee away. And you feel that opening up through your psoas muscle and your hips. Really turning those toes back to flex the toes. Make sure that those muscles of the limb are supported. And then we're going to change sides. So the foot down, other foot comes up on that thigh, other hand on the other thigh, pressing that thigh away. Toes to shin, turn on the muscles of the quad, looks after the knee. Just try and relax those shoulders. Just get a feel for that opening through here. So if you find the second phase too tough, come back to here and start here and do this every second day, yeah? And then you can progress into the harder option, which is when you peel yourself off the floor, take my hand behind my knee, lift this leg up, and press that knee away. So it's a bit of a battle. One time's pulling in, other time's pressing away. last one, which is hip rotations. I'll lift this up so you can all see. Okay. Swing that around. So hands on hips, feet hips a little apart, and you're gonna roll hip rotations. Yep, so I come on the edges of my feet, you might notice, as I go right around, so I make my circle really, really wide. And depending on how flexible you are with your back, you might find your rotations a little bit smaller than mine are, but that's okay. Again, just gonna work through it. I find this really good for my hips and my lumbar spine. And then change way, opposite way. It's a nice gentle movement. We can work through further back bends, which can put a lot of pressure on your spine. So this is a much more gentler way to get the same result of lengthening through the spine and just releasing the lumbar spine. And then you're done. So, series 2 for the lumbar spine release, back release. If you like my channel, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and every time I post a new video, you'll get an update on what's coming up. Thank you for having me.